Day one.
Selling our dream home, day one. Operation living room. Do I have dust all over me already? You can see we really have nothing in this living room. This video might even be echoey because our house is already starting to get empty. Last night, Philip and I got together almost 3 trailer fulls of furniture, items to rehome and donate, few items to sell. We went through absolutely everything. We spent about 12 hours straight just going through all of our materials and everything that we have. We have lots more to go through, but we wanted to really get this living room space empty because we need to paint this entire room and putty any holes. And of course, we made this beautiful accent wall a long time ago, and we already removed it because we were going to do our fireplace project, which we're not actually going to do now. We're going to wait and do that in our new place once we kind of find out where we're going to go. Ghosts are throwing Rubbermaid lids around the house. And so I need to get this completely sanded. So I puttied this yesterday, skimmed the wall. I'm letting it all dry, and I'm getting really messy because we want to get all the mess in the house done so we can get it all cleaned up before we start getting things staged together. Holy cow. There's literally no furniture in our living room. We have a few of my plants that I'll be taking with me. The dog has loved his dog bed, so right now we have dog blankets and dog beds. Some pillows that I'm taking. We have some skis that are getting rehomed, some rugs we're going to use for staging, some new light fixtures that we picked up at Home Hardware to be able to put some new light fixtures in the 2 hallways because all the other light fixtures in the house have been rehomed. And then we're down to the mudroom because we've been using it as a room for the pups as we go. So we're actually going to be doing some revamp on that mudroom space, but we need to get this all done first. I'm going to have arm pump by the end of this, just sanding it all. I don't use the palm sander because it will just create a lot of dust. So I'm trying to just sort of let it settle.
I'm trying to get like how big this wall actually is.
18 feet.
It's a big
and
wall.
I'm gonna hand sand this whole wall, and then we puttied some spots where we had some wall art hanging here. And I want to remove the curtains and hang them higher because, you know, when you first buy your home, you don't know like the proper place you're supposed to hang your curtain rods. So we're gonna raise them up and extend them out a little bit and make those look a lot better. And then we need to get this room. I bought some stuff to restore and rejuvenate the hardwood flooring.
Can you grab that stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it and show you. But I am going to get all this dust work done in here, and then once we get all this dust out, I got this stuff that you can put on the floor to make it like shine and look really gorgeous because we actually restored these hardwood floors 2 years ago when we were selling our house to move to Saskatchewan.
And they're actually
gorgeous.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with them, but just always sweeping them and vacuuming and stuff, it's nice to give them a little bit of a shine before listing. So we're going to show you a few things like that we're going to do to the house that's going to help really highlight some of the really amazing things about our home, like original hardwood floors. And then that's just going to give them that shine and that really crisp clean, because when you're listing your house, you want things to be sparkling. And I did buy a new bottle of Windex because both of our boys love using paper towel and spraying Windex
and
on
we
the
have
windows.
massive, gorgeous windows.
Because of winter, we have quite a lot of like salt debris comes on the house here. That we need to clean the windows. So make sure if you're selling your home that your windows are sparkling. We actually have older windows, not like brand new windows. So to be able to make sure they're really, really clean will really help, because that's really the only thing that we really wish we could improve on the house right now, which we obviously can't do before listing. It's winter. I'm not going to replace windows. But I get first dibs on the shower at the end of today. Oh, I'm going to get the wall stuff, the floor stuff. I already did a little test spot because it tells you to do a little 4x4 test spot, just a couple of inches to make sure that it's perfect for your floor, which I did, and it looks really cute and that like really shiny and just totally crisp in that little area. So I'm excited to do it on the whole spot, but this isn't sponsored or anything. Just want to show you what I'm going to be using because I've never used this before, so I'm going to let you know, but it's called Rejuvenate. It's a 1-coat application. You clean your floors really well, and then you mop this on and leave it. And so pretty excited. I already lost the cap. So apparently I'm using the whole bottle because I have no cap. But we're going to try this later on today and see how that works. But I'm kind of excited to try it because we've never put anything on these hardwood floors. So
I know that you're curious, I know that you're strong, but life can be furious and things can go wrong.
So glad we didn't glue the 1x2s to the wall.
I
We just
know.
brad nailed them because I used a metal putty scraper.
Yeah.
To get all of the silicone caulking that we had done, because once we put the 1x2s on and we painted them, we did that white beading of caulking so that it would be really crisp and it wasn't kind of looking like there was a space between the wall. And I'm so glad we never wood glued also because they probably would have never come off. And I would have left this accent wall up to list the house, but we had already torn it down because of the fireplace project that we had kind of like pending in the works. So white wall it is.
Gorgeous large white wall. Because we're moving and the boys are going to upgrade, they actually grew out of their motocross gear and helmets. So we're going to get new helmets. So I've laid out everything that the boys had when they were dirt biking. And we're going to sell these today because our boys don't need them. It'll get another couple kids into the sport like it got our kid into the sport.
So I'm really excited because about a year and a half ago, we got the boys into motocross. And I'm super excited because on our new property, the boys are going to be able to really get into the sport and just do it for recreation, but they love it. They also want to do some quadding, which is super fun because we're going to have some acres for them to play on. But the fact that they've grown out of these means that we can now get 2 other kids into the sport and be able to sell these for a good price for a family that's looking to get their boys who are just ages 4 and 6 into this, which my boys think is great. These can go now to someone that's going to actually use them because they're going to get some upgrades. But I wanted to show you, we obviously have 3 Basset Hounds. You guys have seen them in the videos before. But we got 2 of our girls, Nova and Finn, around the same time. Well, a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, like you guys are making such a beautiful home and you have dogs, what are you thinking? We remember that really beautiful mudroom that we transformed just a couple of months ago? Well, during this renovation, we have actually been using this as a room to block the puppies if we go out. So we went out the other day and came home to our dog Finn, who we call Chubby Trumpskins because she will eat anything. And she's the chubbiest of the 3, even though she's the youngest. And she decided that she was going to chew a hole to get out the mudroom door, even though she could have just taken her Basset booty out the mudroom. And she decided to try to make herself a new hole. So after we do Operation Living Room, we're coming back in here to do Operation Mudroom. And then I also painted the mudroom door. We had done it green for this room, but since we've been using a lot of blues and yellows in the house, I thought I'd make that really cohesive. So last night I did 2 coats on this door here that we had done that beautiful green. Oops, door's locked. Still have my painter's tape on it. And I painted it the same blue that we've done in the kitchen. I'm gonna just do 1 more coat today, but I think this is gonna look really fresh in here when this is all white and fixed up drywall. So Philip's gonna cut a space out today and actually repair that, and we're gonna get that going. But puppies, good thing they're cute. I made it snow. Why does it always get worse before it gets better?
Look at your plants.
I have nowhere else to put them.
Oh no.
Driving
It was such a day anyway.
won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if
All right, my disaster. I did this, I have to fix it. This is kind of what we're left with. My idea was a walkthrough for the boys so they could have a little mutual massive closet with a fish tank, and it was gonna be absolutely gorgeous, but awful idea. This is what I'm left with. So I'm going to start fixing this up and make it absolutely gorgeous again. I think what I want to do is I'm going to take this stuff down first. So I'm going to just try and pull down as much as I can because this old steel in the drywall just rips right off. So whatever I can get off.
And if you YouTube family remember, there used to be a wall there.
Yeah.
So that's why all that is there.
It was gonna be cool though, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
it would have been awesome having the shared big walk-in closet.
The idea was amazing.
What about-
Execution, not so much.
Execution, not so much. What about the fish tank?
Yeah, that didn't work either. So we were planning on putting a fish tank right in the wall right there. So when you came up the stairs, you could see the fish tank, and when you're in here, you could see the fish tank. But then we planned on having to go to Nova Scotia for our property, and then we're like, wait, we have fish. Who's gonna feed
who's
them?
gonna feed the fish?
So we're like, that plan's a bust.
But now you're getting an ocean instead of just a couple fish.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Hey, that came off pretty easy.
Yeah, it's looking good. Just gonna clean this up a little bit. Get all the little fine pieces, and then I'm gonna start patching it with some drywall, and then get these nails out of here. I don't know if I'm gonna cut the nails. I might cut the nails or try and bend them back up, but I think maybe cutting them might be the best solution. Put another support back in here. Don't step. And then I gotta get behind the safe.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yep.